The Empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Used since before the days of the Roman Empire to support the body's natural systems and enhance overall health. Introducing the new InfoWarsLife.com oil of oregano formulation, a highly advanced nutraceutical form of this key herb that has been traditionally used by civilizations for thousands of years to promote health. We have now procured the most high quality and potent forms of oregano oil on the market, sourced from top leading manufacturers to ensure a concentrated level of bioactive ingredients. Extracted directly from the wild herb and sealed in easy-to-use capsules, you will no longer need to endure the burning of liquid oregano on the tongue. Wild crafted from the Mediterranean oregano species that experts agree is one of the most powerful and most challenging to acquire. This winter season, it's more important than ever to secure this true form of oil of oregano. Now available in our limited first run at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139. Sold out for weeks due to the difficult and extensive proprietary process behind its creation, the exclusive InfoWars Life Secret 12 formulation is now back in stock. This ultra-clean vitamin B12 nutraceutical has been carefully crafted and developed over the last 2 years and is based on cellular science of how your body actively absorbs essential nutrients. Most forms of vitamin B12 are highly processed and synthetic and could not be properly absorbed by the body. Secret 12 is a binary of nutramedical grade, bioavailable coenzyme forms of B12, methylcobalamin, the same kind used in B12 injections, and adenosylcobalamin, the most bioactive form that has been created with our proprietary process. Secret 12 is taken by mouth, right on the tongue, and then swallowed. No needles, no injections. Don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself. Discover the secret. Secret 12. Supplies of Secret 12 are very limited. Secure yours today at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139. Alex Jones here. For the last 2 years, I've been working with top doctors, nutritionists, and chemists to design a nutraceutical formulation that has truly life-changing health benefits. So many other formulations out there contain toxic ingredients, synthetic additives, and even GMOs. Introducing the all-new Ancient Defense Herbal Immunity Blend, crafted with over 14 key ancient herbs and extracts to supercharge and prepare your body for what experts admit is the most dangerous season of the year. We have rejected hundreds of other formulations in our quest to bring you what is simply the most powerful and comprehensive proprietary formula that we have ever created in the realm of herbal immunity. Experience the benefits of combining over 14 ancient herbs and extracts with exciting new advances in nutraceutical science. Now is the time to secure Ancient Defense for you and your family. Visit InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139. That's InfoWarsLife.com.
Waging war on corruption. It's Alex Jones coming to you live from the front lines of the InfoWar.
Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Central, we're here. Back Sundays live. I'll be in studio this Sunday live, 4 to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Coming to you from the InfoWars News Centers in Austin, Texas, just south of me, about 40 miles, 35 miles, will be a giant takeover training maneuver that'll go on for 2 months in the summer to practice taking over the state for the federal government, which itself has been occupied. This is coup. This is what it looks like, and they've got to get the military in there and start putting Texas up as the enemy on the board. And then they got to put out public documents saying we're running a PSYOP to win the hearts and minds of the people locally, to condition us so that nobody fights back when they actually hit the state. And if you study it, that was done in Panama for about 6 months before they actually hit them. They did constant touch-and-go drills and declassified. That was the plan. That there was a TV show on History Channel about it and narrated by Chuck Heston. And I've talked to the military. Now, listen, it doesn't mean this is imminent. They've been pushing this for a long time, but it's on a scale of 1 to 10, it was about a 1 under Ronald Reagan, about a 2 under George Herbert Walker Bush, about a 7 under Clinton, dialed back to about a 5 under George W., and then now it's about a 9 under Obama. I mean, they are lined up like the Nazis lined up on the Polish border in 1940. I mean, it's not good. And again, I'm not comparing our military to the Nazis. I'm comparing militarily the lining up to what happened in World War II. And they are trying to get the PSYOP going, testing. Now, it's blown up in Starbucks' face. And Joe Jennings, we're going to talk to us in a minute. He lives in North Austin. He went into one this morning. And they pushed this Race Together sticker on him and gave him the lecture and told him to go to the website to be re-educated. And you say, well, that's a small thing. That's the start. Hillary has come out, because all this goes together like a horse and carriage. Hillary has come out and said we need fun camps for adults at which people will be forced to talk to each other about politics, race, the budget, you name it. That's on NBC News. See, Americans haven't ever really lived under true totalitarianism, so we're ignorant. We're like Native Americans who've never been around smallpox, so it killed 90+% of them. A European maybe killed 2%. Because everybody was going to get killed by them already had generations before. It's kind of like a dodo bird when they get off on, Easter Island or whatever they were at, and the dodo birds are stupid and fat and juicy and don't run away. Well, they were all dead in a couple weeks because the sailors ate them. No more dodo birds. So we're kind of like dodo birds. We were born fighting tyranny 230-something years ago, but we forgot about it. And compared to other countries, we had a lot of liberty and became the apple of the world's eye. But we're not ready to deal with it now. We basically are like domesticated deer that just walk around in front of, the hunters. And I'm here telling you, from the Texas experience, that's why Texas has this culture. Utah has a culture of being born out of rebellion more recently, like Texas, and being paranoid of the feds, and being paranoid of being invaded and taken over, because we were always getting invaded by Mexico or invaded by other countries or invaded by the feds who wanted it. I mean, just on and on. And Texas has that memory. And Texas is self-sufficient. So is a state like Utah. And there's talk in those governments that if the whole country falls into a North American Union, they're going to try to lead a coalition of other states to re-up the Constitution and Republic. My plan, and we've had constitutional lawyers on, is basically their plan. Doesn't mean they adopted my plan. It's a common sense plan that we have a right under the Declaration of Independence to abolish or reform the government. Well, we don't have a government. It's been hijacked. So we kick the hijackers out, re-upload the Republic. That's my idea for revolution, is restoration. And I happen to know Drudge Report linked to it for like 5 days a few years ago. It got picked up in a lot of journals. A bunch of constitutional lawyers wrote articles about it and said, Mr. Jones's plan comes from the Constitution, Bill of Rights, and it's the plan we should follow. I came up with a plan to have the cities and counties and states pull out of the Patriot Act, at least at a moral level. Doesn't mean I'm a great guy. That plan got put out. I won the Project Censored Award for the plan and the analysis of the Patriot Act. And it got put on national television in 800-plus cities, and 7 or 8 states adopted it. That's because ideas are bulletproof, folks. I'm nobody special. I'm just here repeating, getting past the baton, what people said 240 years ago, what people said in 1836 in Texas, when David Ayers and William Ayers and my ancestors were here starting the revolution at Washington on the Brazos in East Texas, detonating it against the corrupt Santa Anna. Starting it. Well, now we're not starting it, because I am just basically those people continued on. We're here trying to restore the Republic, and we could use Texas and other states as the political fulcrum or the political center of the wheel to reconstitute the states and just say to the feds, we know you're not feds, we know you're globalist, it's out of control, we've been maneuvered into bankruptcy, and it just so happens that they've had major confabs at the state level. They're fully aware of the plan to collapse the country. Texas doesn't want to collapse. Texas has developed its own plans to opt out of federal programs. They've been saying no to all the carbon taxes and open borders. Texas has been quietly securing the border partially. Texas is not going along with total federalization. The feds are pouring massive amounts of money into Texas, more than California, who they already captured, to federalize every little city they can. but they're not getting the counties and the state police. I mean, folks, this is a all-out war. You're living in the middle of a 21st century takeover by the corporate board. And if you just tuned in, feds preparing to invade Texas, list state as hostile. Some participants will be wearing civilian attire and driving civilian vehicles. And we have the video. Jade Helm is a challenging 8-week joint military and interagency IA unconventional warfare exercise conducted throughout Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, California, Nevada, Utah, Colorado. According to an unclassified military document announcing the training drill, which runs from July 15th through September 15th. So for several months, July, August, September, 2.5 months. Multiple branches of the U.S. military, including Green Beret, Navy SEALs, 82nd Airborne Division, this is an invasion training, will participate in the 8-week-long exercise, which may result in increased aircraft in the area at night. Troops will be tasked with honing advanced skills in large areas, undeveloped land with low population densities, and will work alongside civilians to gain their trust and understanding of the issues. You hear that? PSYOP. For cleaning out the countryside, folks. Get ready. The exercise, in which some participants will be wearing civilian clothes and driving civilian vehicles, lists Texas and Utah as hostile territory. And they've had cases outside Fort Bragg many times where they are playing the part of hostiles. They try to take over a police car and the cop kills them because it was the wrong police car and weren't taking part. I mean, this could really get bad. And of course, they're arguing, oh, we just pick these as the red-blue force or the hostile, friendly force. No, because if you study deeper into this, this is all part of Northcom. It's all part of the civilian inmate labor camp program. It's all part of the Brigade Homeland. It's all part of the National Police Stabilization Force, Federal Police Stabilization Force, the RAND Corporation. It's all part of this larger program. And I wanted to show you some of those articles here. Here's our article from 2011 by Alex Jones and Kurt Nimmo. Exclusive, government activating FEMA camps across the U.S. And we show the federal purchase orders, the announcements, the hiring of internment specialists. I mean, firing up camps for at least 5 million people. It's all in there, linked to FedBizOps website. It's all federal government. Okay. Here's Congress.gov, H.R. 390, National Emergency Centers Establishment Act. And these are giant 6 facilities that can hold millions and where you will be re-educated, you name it, and for economic collapse. So these are already built. They just wanted to get it statutorily as a new, basically, cabinet branch, like Homeland Security, under it. Now, here's another just dovetail, the latest propaganda. HBO documentary hypes militia threat. Constitutionalists highlighted the full military regalia as the new enemy. Pull up Forbes for TV viewers. Pentagon trains to take on Tea Party. Pentagon trains to fight Tea Party rebellion. AP, you name it. This is what's going on. But first off, let's talk about the real threat. CNS News, ICE admits 167,527 criminal aliens loose in the U.S. aggravated felons. They release thousands every couple days. That's okay. The border's wide open. The Border Patrol's ordered to give vouchers to the illegals and bust them into the country. But they're training, and it's in the John Warner Defense Authorization Act, to take out, quote, insurrection in the states and by legislatures and governors. There it is, Forbes. Let's put it on screen. How the U.S. military would crush a Tea Party rebellion. And they've got Army War College stuff, even, talking about me. And people, people like Jones think they're going to hurt our military. They're going to, give me a break. I have seen this threat coming because I was told by military and by police chiefs who came on the show. I was 24 years old when I had the Houston Police Connections and the San Antonio Police Chief on, and Thomas Sanchez, the head of emergency management in Kingsville and the entire county. And I had former Delta Force people on. I had famous Navy SEALs on. They were all retiring then, and they were all being called in and told about the plan by Clinton's people. And we held that off. And then people are like, where's the takeover? When we held it back. I didn't do anything. I was 24 when all this kicked off. I was 22 on air, 21, but 24 when I was a syndicated show on a few stations, a bunch in Texas, comparatively. And these people knew I knew what I was talking about, so I'd get sent more info, more info, more info, more info. That's the only reason I'm an expert, because I was told all this by FBI agents, police chiefs, federal marshals, local police, you name it. That's why I'm an expert, because I was told everything by the experts.